New interests, new experiences, new energies on the planet. This is the new energetic of humanity. Hey there, gorgeous miracle. This is Alysa Rushton with your July 2023 energy update for light leaders, sensitives, intuitives, and amazing awakened ones like you. If you are new here, welcome. Please drop a comment below so I can personally say hi. And if you always come by for these energy updates, welcome back and pop a comment below so I can thank you for being a part of this growing community of light leaders. And if you are wanting to know how to become an energy intuitive yourself or to learn how to use advanced energy techniques in your coaching or healing practice, check out the link below where you can get on our Divine Light Energy Healers Academy waitlist, where I teach light leaders like you how to incorporate advanced levels of energy, healing, and light so you can help your clients get amazing transformations while raising your vibration too. Let's do something a little different this time. In this energy update, we've got 5 energies that you'll be working with this month. And I thought it might be fun this week to have you pick a number between 1 through 5. So go ahead and pick a number between 1 through 5. Let it come to you, and that is the number that you're going to want to pay extra attention to. Of course, you're going to want to listen to all of the energies for this month, but whatever number you just chose, I'll bookmark them below so you can go back and listen to that section again because it has extra resonance just for you. We'll go through the energies, and then at the end, we'll have some tips and takeaways. So the first energy for this month is the energy of 777. Now, this is a 7 planetary year, and we have a 7 month, and we have obviously July 7th, and that energy is the energy of divine self in physical form. It is Ascension energy. It is the energy of you remembering the truth of you, which is your divine self in physical form, walking around as God, as this divine creator, and remembering that all of your fellow human beings on the planet are that too. So this is a big energy that's coming in this month. It'll be working with you from now on until many years to come. This is a generational energy that's coming in, and it's a transition from maybe more twin flame energy that you might have been working with in the past. This is an energy of you are matched with your divine self, and you're in full alignment with that. So this month, you might be seeing extra number magic. You might be seeing more 777s, and you might be being called to explore ways that you can be more in resonance with your divine self in physical form. What do you think of when you think of ascending into the consciousness of a divine being walking around all of the time? For many of you, you're bringing through gifts and skills and talents from other lifetimes. Many of you are remembering that you are multi-dimensional and you're having this very multi-dimensional experience. And so you're pulling through other lifetimes. I call them concurrent lifetimes. And you're bringing through aspects of that this month. You might be dealing with a bit of a healing crisis around that as well. So for some of you, you're dealing with psychic or a very physical healing crisis where you are having to heal some aspects of the self. And in doing so, it's going to allow more of your divine self to come online, more of your divine healing to come online. So this 777 energy is a deeply spiritual energy. It's a reminder that you are here to anchor in new energies on the planet. You are here to anchor in new coding in and through your body. And you're here to anchor in seeing your fellow human beings as divine as well, even when they're not acting as such. And that's the rub, isn't it, here on the planet, is that we have almost 8 billion people, or maybe we do have 8 billion people here on the planet. And so many of us are diametrically opposed to what other people are doing. And we're viewing other people as bad or evil or as wrong. And if we can start to remember that every single person here on planet Earth right now has scripted to be here at this pivotal time in a pivotal shift to wake up to the next levels of consciousness. And some people are in a very low state of consciousness, and yet the others, like yourself, are in a heightened state of consciousness. And so it's sometimes hard to see everybody as still a divine ray of light, even though they're not expressing as that, or even though they've forgotten it. What your role is to be, if this is resonating with you, is to be part of the people that can hold the energy of remembrance. Because we have been cut off, so to speak, with our true divinity. We were trained out very young that we were separate from divine or God or source energy, and that we had to go and get this energy outside of ourselves or go to somebody else, and that we couldn't access it through us. And that started a great separation, and it's been perpetuated throughout all history. And so that is what you are here to heal. You are here to heal that rift in the matrix. You are here to heal that rift in humanity, and you are here to help pull down more of these energetic codes of divine and physical form, and also seeing your fellow human beings as such. So one of the things you can do this month especially is ask yourself, where am I still seeing my fellow brothers and sisters as separated? Where am I still holding others in judgment? Where am I still viewing things as bad and wrong? And that's not to say that there aren't things that are not appropriate, and that there's things that are horrific that are happening on the planet. But when we know better, we do better, actually, as people. When we know better, we do better. And so really helping people to remember that they too can pull up their consciousness. But what happens is when we imprint our consciousness upon somebody else, that they're evil or beyond redemption, then it actually keeps them more locked away than they already are. The Bememba tribe in Africa, when one of their tribe members does something that is considered to be wrong by the tribe, they actually surround that person and they sing them back into love. They sing them back into the frequency of reminding them of their soul and their soul's plan, and that they are love at the core. They don't punish, they sing them back into love. And so that's something that on an energetic level and a physical level, we are being called more into trying to do, is seeing both of ourselves as directly connected, divine and physical form, and our fellow humanity as well. The next energy for this month is new experiences coming back around. Now, this might sound strange, but this is where you're coming back around and revisiting an energy that you have been working with before, but you're having a new experience of it. And it's here to help you integrate more of your soul's energy than you did before. So I'm literally seeing a vision of a person who's traveling back to a place where they just were a few months ago, but because of all that's transpired in the last few months, they're coming back to this place where they just were, maybe even back at the start of the year, or maybe even back in March or April or May, and they are having a whole different experience of this same situation, of this same place. It's like an expanded version of themselves is coming back online, and it's literally a new experience. And I'm also seeing somebody who is choosing not to go back to a place where they have been before during this time. And on the outside, it might seem like resistance to the healing that can take place for them, but actually it's going to give them a new experience of what it's like to heal in their present location. So regardless of which one of those you are, which side of the coin you're on, you're going to have a new experience around something that's going to give you a deep level of healing. It's going to invite you to incorporate more of your soul's energy, more of your soul's frequency, and really help you to manifest a new reality and new truths about your life's path. So you're going to want to stay very much in tune with what's present for you and the energies that are coming through for you this month, specifically around this place of coming back to something. So again, for some of you, you're coming back to a physical place. For others of you, you might be coming back to a healing that you felt like, okay, I've already healed this before. Why am I doing this again? But this is about you really aligning with a new reality and gaining new truths about your life's path. Because like it or not, we've all been off on a little bit of a side junket, so to speak. And so this new experiences energy is designed to help you have new experiences and bring in new truths so that you can start to formulate this beautiful life path that is more in alignment with you and your soul and the benefic energy that is coming on the planet. So you want to be asking yourself this month questions like, what is here for me now to see? What is here for me now to heal? What is here for me now that I didn't have access to before? What new energy frequencies do I now have access to that will allow even deeper layers of healing? And start to journal about some of those questions as you move into these new experiences designed to bring in more of your soul's path. Along with that, our third energy that we're working with this month is the feeling of being stuck in between two worlds. So there's a general sense for many of you that you're sort of stuck in between two worlds, and that can be happening on the individuated level, but this can also be happening on the global collective timeline level. So on an individual timeline level, it might be that you have been kind of stuck in your business or your job and you really want to be doing something else in a different way, earning different income, and you have been seeing glimpses of the new, and in fact you've been embodying parts of that, but you haven't let go of the old way of being yet, and you're sort of straddling these two timelines. And one day it feels like you're really in the new timeline, and the next day it feels like, oh my gosh, clunkety clunk, 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 I'm back in the old timeline again. So it can feel like that flip-flop or sort of stuck in between two worlds and can't get a lot of traction. And this is part of an overarching, bigger theme of two main timeline energies for the planet as well. And it is, for the planetary and collective scale, it is balancing back and forth between the Lemurian timeline and the Atlantean timelines. So back and forth between the people that sort of gravitated away from technology as we know it, created their own crystalline technology and got back to nature, started making their own food, started building community and working with the cycles of nature, versus the Atlantean timelines, which included more AI, more disconnection from the natural world, more human hybrid projects. And what they're showing me now is a scale, and one of those old-timey scales where there's a beam in the middle and there's two plates, and they're showing me that the stuck between two worlds bit, both individually and collectively, is about where you place your energy. So you want to start asking yourself this month, where are you placing your energy? Is most of your energy in the old part of you that you're trying to let go of? In your thoughts, in your feelings, in your actions? For example, would the old you say, yeah, I'm gonna just kind of blow off work today and I'm going to get to my work stuff later, let the chips fall where they may and hope that it all works out? Or would the new you, who's really fostering something different, set aside time for your work, schedule it out, and say, yes, I'm going to prioritize this work, and then I'm also going to take time today to play. So start to see what you're feeding into. Start to see, are you feeding energetically that old part of yourself? And collectively, what are you feeding? Are you feeding a timeline that you would want to see come in? Or are you feeding into a timeline that is not a positive timeline for you? So start to take a look at your energy, start to take a look at the products you're buying, the ways you're using your time, the things you're viewing. They're showing me, especially right now, that the things we're consuming on YouTube and TV and even audiobooks is a way that we're giving our energy either to the scale that we don't want, the side of the scale that we don't want, or the side of the scale that we want to tip. And they're drawing my attention now to listening to higher vibration things that light you up. And so they're now starting to talk about how you want to make sure that whatever you're listening to, when you're listening to it, that your energy field actually feels light and fluffy and free from fear or worry or doubt. And it's not to say, you can turn on any media outlet and find a bunch of things that give you fear and worry and doubt. And you might feel like, well, that's educating me somehow. But at the end of the day, it really is about your frequency and the frequency that you're holding. And worry, fear, and doubt actually don't help you create something better. So this is not to say stick your head in the sand, but this is to say you want to make sure that most of your time is spent in things that fill you up, feed your soul, fill up your cup, that help you feel expanded and radiant and holding the frequency of that which you want to create. Let's talk about the fourth energy for this month, and it is revisiting money, love, and beauty. So over the course of the next months until about December, you're going to be working with the energy of Venus in retrograde, which is asking us to revisit our beliefs around money and love and beauty. I'm seeing many of you actually making new decisions, especially around how you are allowing yourself to become more abundant in every way. You're tapping into that internal self-worth and your internal self-love, and you're actually seeing where you haven't necessarily valued yourself or your worth or your boundaries, or maybe there's been a little bit too much fear, like you tended to override what you knew was right for you because you were worried you'd lose the love of somebody that you loved. And what that is at the end of the day, it's a lack of self-love. And so you're getting an opportunity this month to revisit all of that, revisiting how you intake money, how you like to intake money, how you like to be paid. And if you get some contrast around that this month, aka things that you would not prefer, then it's just a great place for you to say to yourself, okay, where is it inside myself that I've been holding the energy of I don't love myself enough, or the energy of my self-worth isn't where it would need to be in order for me to receive this much. So we really want to start to take a look at those themes. And also around love. Many of you are going to be revisiting a love situation. For those of you in partnership, I see you coming back around again to revisit a place where you've been stuck in love and really choosing to bust through it this time. But it is very much a choice, and it's a choice to sort of double down and take those relationship classes and work with your partner and hammer out. They're literally showing me hammer out some kinks in the course of the relationship, some resentments that have been harbored and some things that have built up over time, some walls, and sort of hammer those out together. But this is very much a choice for those of you in partnership, really coming back around, choosing to work through the hard bits of the relationship in order to crumble down those walls and bring in, once again, that new reality, those new experiences, that divine in physical form through you and through your partnership. And for those of you who are not partnered, I'm seeing you getting a chance here in July especially to say yes or no to something that wasn't for you. And this has been a real lesson that you've been working through. It's been a tough lesson. It's required you to go very deep and look at the very underbelly of your self-worth and your self-love. And so that's coming back around again in a very unique way for many of you. And it'll be like another version of the same person in different clothing, like with a different face. You'll get the same situation coming in again. And it's your opportunity to say no to it. And they're showing me now an example of a woman who her partner always cheats on her. And when she first meets her partner, she sees energetically that they don't have that faithful energetic, but she chooses to be with him anyways. And so she's going to get another opportunity this month presented to her, but this time she's going to see it coming and she's going to say, no, that's not for me. And when you say, no, that's not for me, then the energetic crumbles and you don't need to learn that lesson anymore. So this is a great month of revisiting a lot of things so that you don't have to learn the lesson anymore. No matter where you are in love, if you're in partnership or not partnered, you're going to be able to finally bust through this kink, this main energetic that's been keeping you from the level of connection and the level of deep and total love that you've been wanting. And it's by seeing the energy and saying no to it once and for all. And then once you do, then something new can come in. And I get the sense that that'll be coming in for you in August and in September timeframe. Another theme that is along these same lines with the revisiting of love and money and beauty is many people are going to be possibly dumping houses. They've gotten into something that wasn't a good idea for them, or they're going to take some evasive action. And so this could be a good time to start to take a look at the market if you're looking for good deals in the next couple of months. But this is also a time, if that's you and you've gotten into a situation in your housing, especially if you've purchased a house and you're struggling with the decision with this house, or you're running into some financial things, that you want to really take a look at making sure you don't make a hasty decision here, and that you can call in some more supports, because ultimately this is happening so that you can take a look at the lack of self-worth and the lack of self-love. And really, they're showing me that you want to make sure that you're not accidentally jumping from the frying pan into the fire by trying to fix the outside by creating a new outside. How we fix the outside is we deal with it on the inside, because we are the projection machines. We are the ones that project our reality. So if you're running into something this month with respect to money or housing, especially housing, that you want to take a look at it. And by the way, they're showing me this could either be not happy with the house purchase that you made, or not happy in the place where you live. And it really is going to require you to go within and start to deal with the unhappiness that resides on the internal level at the very core. Because what's being called for to shift here is to anchor in a level of happiness and peace and contentment no matter what. That's the energy that we're wanting to bring through into the planet, is happiness, peace, and contentment no matter what the outside circumstances are. And when you can hold that, that's when the outside circumstances shift. But this is your opportunity to do that. So they're showing me an image of a man who's living in this house, and it's quite a lovely house. And these kiddos move in next door and they're screaming and running about. And the man, who's quite well-to-do, says, oh, these kids are disturbing my peace and I can't have my peace now that these kids have moved in right across from me. And so that's an opportunity to go within and shift the energy and to find delight and glee in children's laughter and joy, and to shift needing peace to be on the outside for one to have peace on the inside. Okay, let's look at the fifth and final energy for this month is new energies for the planet. So there are loads of new frequencies coming in right now to help you upgrade your body, your money, your housing, your life. This is the new energetic of humanity. This goes back to the 777 code, where your soul's story is coming forward to be seen. You're waking up to the fact that you are more than a human being in a physical physical body, that you have concurrent lives happening all at once, and you're learning how to integrate higher frequencies into your life, as well as these concurrent life, both your skills, gifts, and talents, and you're learning how to excavate any wounding, any illnesses, any diseases, any of that stuff. And it's sort of all coming up all at once. And they're showing me this double-wheeled situation. I can't really describe it other than to say it's like a person sitting on a bicycle, except the bicycle wheels are not one in front of the other. They're one on the left side and one on the right side. And they're kind of churning in tandem. And so as you bring in more of your soul's gifts and talents, the other side of the wheel starts to shuck off more of these old illness patterns and blocks and limitations and diseases. And you're doing it together, but it feels intense and it feels like a lot. And in fact, it is a lot. And they're now showing me that, remember back in 2017 or 2018, you might have felt like, okay, let's get this thing started. Let's crank up the energies. Let's just turn it up all the way to 11 on the dial. And they're saying that that's why the energies have been slower in coming, because what you're feeling right now in this last year has been very intense, and it's required a lot of your physical body, and it's required a lot of you, and you're doing really amazing, and that this is a choice that you chose to come down here at this time to help be one of the leaders in bringing in new energy and shucking off old energy. And the more you bring new energy in, the more you shuck old energy off. And it's just something now that you're almost doing daily. It's like you used to go through these spikes where you would go through spurts of new energy and then shuck off the old over a course of days or weeks or months. And now they're showing me that you're basically doing this all in every day. In every day, you're bringing in a lot of new energy and you're shucking off a lot of old energy. Now, some of you, they're showing me a subset of you that is still in that new energy, that you're bringing in new energies for like a week at a time and then purging old energies for a week at a time, or maybe it's 3 or 4 days at a time. So there's some of you that are still doing that, but many of you are actually doing it daily now. You're bringing in and purging, and it's just almost like riding a bike. It's like clockwork. It's just going along. So you're doing a really good job at this, and you're learning how to integrate these higher frequencies, and you might suddenly just know that your body needs different foods or a supplement. You might just finally realize, oh yes, this is what's been going on with my body. Here's what it needs. You might get a big download about a past concurrent life situation that's been keeping you blocked in some way. And so all of this stuff starting to come in for you so that you can help to build these new energies first within yourself and then create them on the planet, remembering that the more of these energies you install within yourself and the more anchored you become, then the more you help that energetic spread across the entire planet. Okay, so let's recap. Our first energy was the 777, divine as you in physical form, and really taking time this month to go deep with that. What would the truth of you as divine in physical form look like? What would you be doing in your day? What skills would you have? What abilities would you have? And how would you view your fellow humans if you knew that they were also divine in physical form? The next energy is new experiences, but coming back around at them from another perspective. So having those experiences that are revisiting, but having a brand new experience of them. So asking yourself, what energy was I meant to get last time, but I didn't quite get? What energy does my soul need this time for healing and growth and evolution? What am I now meant to see from this new perspective in this place? Then our third energy, stuck between two worlds, really making sure here that you are feeding the side of the scale that you want to bring in, and remembering that you are manifesting your new reality and bringing in new truths about your life's path. But it all has to do with your focus and your beliefs, because we are in a beliefs-based reality. And so if your beliefs are rooted in fear and worry and doubt, you will create in that side of the scale. And if your beliefs are rooted in highest possible outcomes and amazing potentials and anything is possible, you will create on that side of the scale. The fourth energy for this month is revisiting money, love, and beauty, all wrapped up in your self-worth. So really tuning into those questions about, what would I be feeling inside if I truly loved myself? What energy frequency would I be holding if I loved myself completely and totally? I'm just really tuning into some of those self-worth, self-love questions. Where are the places and spaces where I haven't been valuing myself completely? What are the places and spaces where I've been afraid to speak my voice because I will lose somebody else's love, and I'm more concerned about losing their love than honoring my own love of self? And then last energy, new energies for the planet, really asking yourself here, what gifts and skills and talents do I innately know I have and that I've had glimpses of? How can I bring more of that into my everyday life? How can I bring more of my essence of who I am and give myself permission, full permission of who my soul is here to be? Not just me at the human level, but my soul, who my soul is here to be. And then what am I meant to heal? What are those concurrent lives that feel like it's showing up in this life? Do I have a weird fear of sharks? Do I have a weird pain in my belly that won't go away? What are those things that my soul is asking me to heal? Write them both down and then work with your soul. Ask your soul to help you alchemize and shift up into the highest level of truth of you and this lifetime, and for your soul that you can possibly hold comfortably at this time, and see what starts to happen for you this month. Okay, gorgeous friends, I have had so much fun with this. I hope you loved this new format too. Be sure to pop a comment below and let me know your ahas. I'd also love to know what number you picked. And remember, whatever number you picked, go back and listen to it again just to hear some deeper level insights and meanings for you. Remember that I really love seeing those ahas and takeaways, so be sure to pop them below. And thank you so much for being here with me on this journey. Thank you for being such a leader of light and a bringer of new energies. I know this hasn't been an easy journey so far this year, but I, for one, am so grateful and thankful that you are here. Remember to share this video with a friend, hit that subscribe bell so you can get notifications when we launch new videos. It helps me and it helps the channel. And I want to thank you so much for all that you are. I love you so much, and bye for now.